Hey guys, so today I'm going to share with you my minimalist warm-up. Now, one of the big misconceptions in fitness is that you need to do all of these things to warm up. You know, there's always foam rolling, then there's static stretching, then there's muscle activation, then there's elevating core body temperature, and then you've got to groove a movement pattern and do all of that. You don't have to. You can really limit your warm-up to about maybe like 4 minutes, 6 minutes tops. So I'm going to share with you my minimalist warm-up today. So the first thing that I do with my minimalist warm-up is I hang, and I do a hollow hang on my rings, or you can do it on an overhead bar. The reason why I really like the hang is because you've got little spaces in between your discs in your spinal column, and so that opens up those spaces. After that, I like to jump rope for 30 seconds. Jumping rope will really fire up your nervous system and get your blood flowing and pumping, and get your overall core body temperature up to a good level so that it gets you ready for movement. And then after jumping rope, I like to do what's called a prying goblet squat, and I like to incorporate some neck nods into that as well. The prying goblet squat is great for opening up your hips and getting your hips ready for movement, especially if you've got squatting in your program. And the neck nods are great for helping your shoulders with any type of overhead work. There's a lot of nerves in your neck that connect to your shoulders, so this is a really great way to get that ready to go. And then finally, of course, I like to do the dead bug. So the dead bug is great for contralateral movement, anytime you're moving your opposite arm and opposite leg. The other thing with the dead bug is that it really primes your core for movement as well. Remember that energy transfer is always going to be through your midsection, and this is one of the great ways to really fire up your midsection. So then finally, what I like to do is stretch my hip flexors out. Stretching your hip flexors is really important because with kettlebell training, especially with swings and snatches, you're always using explosive hip extension. So you want to stretch your hip flexors out to make sure that you are stretching the inhibiting muscles so that they're not going to deter you from being able to generate power through your hips. Okay, so that was the minimalist warm-up. So we had a dead hang, and we're holding the hollow position there. And then after the dead hang, we go into jumping rope. After we jump rope, we're going to do some prying squats, prying goblet squats. And I like to incorporate some neck nods into that as well. So if you're familiar with the original strength stuff, doing some neck nods can really open up your shoulders and free up your neck and everything. And then to finish, some dead bugs, because it is the ab exercise that you should be doing every day. But that's great for forming that cross-lateral connection and grooving that cross-lateral pattern before you work out. And then we finish with a hip flexor stretch. The hip flexor stretch is really important because when you're training with kettlebells, you're always doing explosive hip extensions. So you don't want the hip flexors to inhibit that extension. So I like to stretch the hip flexors beforehand and make sure that they're nice and open. All right, take care. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below.